Hey, so it's Friday, heading close to the weekend, but I had a rather interesting day today, and I wanted to start off by saying I'm loving the fact that I decided to make this channel because it is making a difference in a few things, and one is exactly this video today and what's happening. Basically, I am sitting at the school that I work at for, till 7 o'clock tonight. It's like 4 o'clock right now because I'm waiting for parents to come because we're still in remote to pick up their scripts for the new show that we're doing. So instead of just sitting here watching YouTube or watching Disney Plus and watching Hamilton or something like that, I actually decided, I've got this channel. I'm supposed to be doing more things. So I decided to walk the parking lot of the school while I'm waiting for my parents. So obviously I'm a bit winded because since I don't have the puppy dog with me, I'm actually walking a little bit faster. Even though it may not seem like it in the video. But anyway, so I kind of want to thank the YouTube subscribers because it honestly made a difference. Oh, we're coming up to the name of the school, so I'm going to pause the video for a sec. Okay, so this is actually a 2-day type video because I recorded some yesterday with my kind of weird sort of day that I had. Don't know if I had mentioned it in the walking video, but when I went to work yesterday, I had forgotten to bring my lunch with me. And unlike a normal time at school, where if I don't have my lunch, I could just go up to the cafeteria and get whatever they're serving the kids. Because of the remote and the hybrid status, we have lunch brought to the kids' classrooms, and they're bagged, and teachers can't have one. So I had nothing to eat, and of course, as it showed, I was stuck in the school till 7 p.m. waiting for some parents to show up. So I did take advantage of that and did some walking around yesterday. When I got home, started looking for something to eat, and I was very peckish and very hungry. Excuse me. Sorry, somebody wants to play, and it's very hard to play and do the video at the same time. And somebody just doesn't understand that. Anyway, so I started looking through all of my different recipes of healthier foods. Sorry, as you can see, he keeps coming all the way up. But this is now Saturday. And I actually just got back from a walk with the dog. It really wasn't a walk. His leash broke and he kind of ran away. So I was spending the past 20 minutes or so, walking all over the neighborhood trying to get him to come to me, and, not really chasing him because if you chase, he runs. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I'm hot and sweaty, so I was going to take my normal walk, but after that I just kind of need to sit because I hurt my knee chasing, in a sense, after the dog. But one thing I did kind of notice last night when I was looking through all my recipes that I kind of wanted to bring up today, and I'm kind of going to show you in a little bit when I go back inside what I mean by this. One thing I have learned throughout all of these things is that you can't like cut out fats, you can't cut out carbs because your body doesn't need those things. And one of my issues is, like yesterday, I don't always eat. Let's see if I can get this back in a better view. There we go. Sometimes it's not by choice, like yesterday I forgot my lunch. But sometimes I just get so busy with work that I don't think to eat. And if I'm not hungry, I don't eat. And I know people look at my, my chin and my body and say, yeah, right, you don't eat. I don't believe that. But it's true. I actually don't eat a lot, and that's part of what contributes to my weight. And the reason for that is because when you don't eat consistently, your body doesn't know when it's going to get food again next. So any food that it does get, it stores the fat because it doesn't know when it's going to eat again. Now, I am not one who can eat 6 times a day, because if I'm not hungry and I try to eat when I'm not hungry, I will actually feel sick. So I'm just trying to eat 3 meals a day only. But I took the daily allowances that you're supposed to have of how much fats you should have every day, how many carbs you should have every day, how many proteins you should have every day. And I've divided them up into 3. So for all intents and purposes, let's say you need to have, 60 grams of protein every day. So I make sure every meal has 10 grams of protein. And I realize that's a weird number. That's not really the truth of what it is. But I will be honest with you. I don't remember exactly what it worked out to, but I have it written down inside. So when I start to put my meals together, I try and put them together based on getting, 100% of that meal's fats, proteins, or carbs. So if I'm only supposed to have 3 grams of fat a day, every meal will have 1 gram of fat, and that will be 100% fat for that meal that I can have. And obviously, as weird as it may sound, especially maybe it was because of yesterday because I didn't eat, but I'm going to show you in just a second what I weighed in at this morning. And it was actually down a couple of pounds, 2.5. I'm at 82.5. And I'll show you the scale. So that was kind of cool, but it's still not healthy to not eat and then pig out at the end of the night. That's something I personally need to work on. I need to eat 3 meals a day. I know a lot of the experts and all these different things say, 3 meals and 3 snacks, and it's just, I can't force myself to eat. It's way too much for me. So, I'm going to show you when I go back inside what I'm going to make for dinner tonight, which is basically that formula that I just told you. 100% fat, 100% carbs, 100% protein per meal. So let me actually go for a walk today, even though let me get my brace on. And then I'll go for a walk because I just spent so much time chasing after him. I'm going to go for a walk without him. And when I get back, I'll show you the whole dinner thing that I'm going to be coming up with tonight. Even though it's really only 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'll at least show you what the meal will be consisting of. And then I will post a picture of the completed meal. And then I'll post this later on tonight before I go to bed. So anyway. So off to my exercise, because it can't just be food management, it has to be physical too. Okay, now that I'm inside, I was telling you about that formula that I came up with. I researched several different websites, for my weight, how many calories a day I should be taking in, how many this, how many that, for losing weight, for maintaining weight. And basically, I put in the formulas. And no lie, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 different websites. So these are the basic numbers that I came up with based upon what I came out from those 7 different websites. That I should be taking in 84 grams of fat, 154 grams of protein, and 234 grams of carbs per day. So obviously I would break that up and then divide that by 3 to get a basic idea. And that's kind of what I'm going after. Now some meals will have more, so I'll make sure that usually I'll take a smaller amount of those things. like the meal I'm going to make right now is basically like a loaded baked potato chicken type thing. So, got my chicken. Now, this baked potato is actually too big. It should really probably only be like half of this size potato to really fit into that formula. But I only have a big one left, so I'm going to have to take half of the baked potato. Got the green beans. Garlic powder, onion powder, because like I had said in one of the other ones, I don't use salt anymore. And of course, the most important thing, the olive oil. I use this over any of the other oils more than anything because it's healthier and it actually tastes really good. So this meal that I am making, where are those numbers? Hang on, did I mention? No, I don't think I did. So before I start doing all that, I should be taking in 2,220 calories a day, or 2,200 calories a day. That's what I kind of wrote down on my little formula here, based upon things that I've done on the different websites and all these other things too. So hang on, let me tell you what breakdown this meal is going to be. So hang on a second, let me look those up, because I must have left that in the other room. Okay, sorry about that. Didn't mean to. Anyway, so this meal is going to be, what did I write down there? 6 grams of fat, 58 grams of proteins, and 33 grams of carbs for about 400, maybe 402 calories. I'm guesstimating on that. But, I plugged them into different websites to get my basics on this stuff too. So I would just, so when you look at the whole printout of the day, this doesn't have that many fats in it. But this morning for breakfast, I had a grab-and-go breakfast sandwich, and that had turkey bacon, which was the largest percentage of my fats for the day, and then an egg and an English muffin. Now, I do use no calorie butter, and I try to, but I'm out of it right now, which is why I didn't have it on my sandwich. But the really, really skinny cheese, I think it's called. It's like there's like really low calories, low fats, and that kind of stuff. It's actually not that bad tasting, especially when you're putting it with an egg and turkey bacon. And it's like, oh, it's really good. And it's like, it's nice because it's an egg sandwich. I told you before, I love my breakfast foods. So from my perspective, yeah, I'm getting more fats in my breakfast, which is why this only has 6 grams of fat for my dinner. But it averages out over the course of the whole day, and I try not to go over that 84 grams of fat for the entire day. And it was a large portion this morning of my fats for the day were in that because of the turkey bacon and, the being an English muffin sandwich. But, so anyway, so that's kind of like the formula I came up with. And I'm sure people are going to be commenting, yeah, right. Yeah, where'd you get those numbers? That's wrong. That's right. But again, this is kind of where I'm going with that. And this meal really does sound good because it bakes at 350, and it's just chicken, a potato, green beans, and spices. And again, I don't use salt. And I love my olive oil. Half a teaspoon of olive oil. It's very important. So I guess that's about it. I think that meal is like 400. I think I already said that about the calories. So anyway, so I'm going to go make my dinner, and then I will put this whole video together and post it. All right. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.